Again, reporting live from Ontario, Canada. It is 9:39 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's a Friday, but it's a good Friday. It's actually Grit Friday because we get to be home today with family and all the things that you'd love to do on a good Friday. So, wherever you are in the world, I hope you're doing well. I hope you're having a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening. I get we're all in different time zones, and that's the coolest part. My name is Robin, reporting live 9:39 a.m. Today, I wanted to spread a little kindness, share some good stories. Again, things we're working on. Good morning. My name is Robin, reporting live. Where are you from? What's your name? Please do drop it in the chat. Today, we're spreading kindness. Hey, it's Lauren. Good morning, Lauren. You're so cute. I'm so glad you're here. How is your Friday going? It feels like a Saturday for us. We have a holiday here. It's Good Friday. So it's Easter weekend. I'm not sure how you celebrate, but I'm excited to hear that as well. I was hoping to share some good news stories, you know, good stories, good things that are going on in people's lives. What are you working on, Lauren? Are you working on your art channel? Sorry, I keep getting a message. So I thought it was really, really cool that SG said that yesterday in the. Oh no, I just got a call, so hopefully it doesn't anytime I get a call during a live stream, my sound goes. So I really hope you're okay. Okay, hold on. So give me a thumbs up if you can hear me still, because when I get calls, it cuts out my sound when I live, and I forgot to put it on airplane mode. So please give me a thumbs up if you can still hear me, or a heart, even better. But Lauren says, very good. Oh, okay, thanks, Lauren. So you're doing very good. Oh, you woke up later with my love, and then the sun is shining. I'm very grateful. Isn't that beautiful? Lauren is with her love. The sun is shining, feeling grateful. Like, such a beautiful feeling. Such a beautiful feeling. Lauren says, I was actually thinking about that so much last night. The fact that SG wrote that in the comments, that he thought that you have like a creative sort of energy and that you should share your art. And then you said only your partner sees it. Like, I don't know. I feel like that was a really cool live stream. It was a 20-minute live stream, but it had a hint of like light and brightness and like offering something very, very special to you, like a sign from the universe, right? So I think, what's the worst that can happen, folks? Like, honestly, what's the worst that can happen? I'm not suggesting that you go online and say a bunch of controversial things that you can lose your job and stuff like that. But something like this here, for example, this is a live stream, spread a little kindness. I love reading your name, reading your comments, seeing where you're from, have some lighthearted, deep conversation, spread kindness. On yesterday's live stream, if you're new, one of the OGs, SG, very wise guy. He comes, and by wise I mean wisdom. He comes on the channel. He drops some nuggets of wisdom. He sensed that Lauren, through the brief experiences we've had live streaming together, you two at the same time, he sensed that she was creative, and it turns out she is. And she's got beautiful art, and she wasn't sure about sharing it online. And the fact that he, like, I don't know, Lauren, I think, imagine, it was a sign. It was a sign that was meant specifically for you. And I'm like the conduit or whatever. I'm not sure if that's the right word. I am like just the middleman of all of this. So Lauren says, I was thinking about uploading it and I saw you have put an email up. Oh, and I was flicking between sending it to you and posting it. I haven't done either yet, but I'm considering making the first move. Absolutely send it to me. But also put it out there. I just can you write in the comments, folks, what's the worst that can happen? Like literally, like if we actually think about the worst that can happen, oh gosh, um, it's that someone says something mean and it hurts your feelings for 30 seconds. Like if you can kind of get that out of the way and go, okay, my art's not going to be for everyone. My personality is not for everyone. My live stream's not for everyone, and that's okay. I don't think we're meant to be for everyone. I do trust that the algorithms will connect you with the right people as they have for me here on this platform. Ronnie says, hello there. I'm a new viewer. What's the stream about? Oh my gosh, Ronnie. We're happy to be here. We're happy that you're here. And Unstun says, "Hi, how are you? My name is Robin, reporting live from Ontario, Canada. This is a channel that has a bit of mishmash of everything. But if you catch me on a live stream, I love to read your name out loud. I love to see where you're from. We like to talk about our hopes and dreams and goals, what we're working on, a little bit of positivity to keep us in the right frame of mind because sometimes the internet can be filled with, sad stories or just sort of miscellaneous entertainment, and which is fine, but sometimes intentional conversation. And actually, like, when last has anyone asked you what your hopes and dreams and goals are? When have you had an opportunity to write it out? We could say it out loud together. We could speak it into existence. There is something to that, folks. There's something to the content that we follow, the things we say out loud, the conversations we have, what we watch online, the repetitive thoughts that we have in our mind. It all impacts our personality and the way we experience life. So this channel is meant to kind of connect with people around the world. I love to read your names. I get some mean things too, folks. Like, I'm being honest, I get some mean comments too, and I read them. Some of them hurt a little bit, but only for a split second. I read them out loud, we laugh it off, I make a little comment, and then we move forward. So, what are you working on? What do you want for your future? Do you want health, happiness, prosperity? We got Lauren here, who's a creative and it's got some creative art pieces. And we need to give some hearts to Lauren. If you could put them on the screen that says, "Hey, girl, just put it up there. What's the worst that can happen?" Hey, we've got some symbols here. Forgive me. I would love to say your name. It says, "Hello, where do you live? My name is Robin. I live in Ontario, Canada. It's 9:45 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We have a day off today." Look at all those hearts, Lauren. See, that's other people, strangers that are rooting for you. See, this community tends to bring people that are either curious at the beginning or people that love to share a little bit of wisdom, some ideas. Some people share what they're struggling, and we actually talk it through in real time live. And every single live stream has left me feeling not only energized, but like, I don't know, with a little bit of like I've evolved a little bit because of you. So I appreciate that. Oh, Lauren's giving hearts. We got, is it Fa Type says, "Hey, beautiful. That's wonderful." Lauren says, "That's what I think I'd struggle with is letting bad comments go." One thing I think about bad comments is if anyone's going to take the time to write something really mean and harsh, Lauren, I think those people are hurting. I, I don't think when people are feeling good about themselves, they want to make others feel bad about themselves. So you almost have to flip it to compassion. And that's what I do. And as you've seen here, Lauren, you've been on live streams when people can say some mean things. And I reply back with the same like love and understanding that those people are probably hurting. And I think if you can let go, I mean, they're just words, right? I mean, if somebody was going to punch you in the face for posting something and they didn't like it, fine, I would say be very careful what you're posting online. But there's a couple words, couple letters. I mean, Lauren, you've been in a live stream where someone said something and then another person in the comment replied with something so beautiful. I never would have thought of it, but they did. And it was like from that mean comment came something beautiful. So, like, I've seen it in real time, something mean get turned around right literally in front of my eyes. So, sometimes mean comments, I don't know, there's still a little bit of value there, whether it's true or not. So I would encourage you to just go for it. Just go for it. Lots of hearts from Lauren. Thank you. Unstunned says, "Well then, I'm from Australia. I live in England. My name is Ethan. My hopes and dreams are to become a chef. I love cooking and I hope to strive in it one day." Okay, well, Ethan, I could tell you right now, you will. The fact that you were able to just articulate that so beautifully and cooking, guess what? It turns out that everyone on the whole planet eats. So you picked a really great industry to be in because literally every single person on the whole planet, I mean, gosh, with some exceptions of people, and I do pray that they get to eat, but everyone eats. So Ethan from Australia, who lives in England, um, you will be an amazing chef because the fact that you love cooking and you cook with love, um, it's going to translate. Just like what like I live stream with love, and I think it's gonna translate over. So good for you. I love that you put it into words. We are speaking it into existence. I love this, folks. Oh, in Canada, I envy you. Oh, I wish I could say your name. These little symbols here, I'm not sure what they are. Please do write your name. I'd love to say it. Yes, Canada's a beautiful place, very beautiful. Let's see. Hidden Human TV says, "What's up from LA?" Ooh, I've never been to LA. Lovely. Happy Good Friday. Likewise, Hidden Human TV. Happy Good Friday to you as well. Wherever you are in the world, I'm so grateful that you're here. You're spending time. Write, speak into existence what you want for the future. If you're comfortable writing your hopes and dreams and goals, you want wealth, prosperity, love, write it in the comments with your name. We could share it out loud, speak it into existence. Let me see here. Hey, Australia. Oh, that's a beautiful name. This is a great value live. Yay, that's the whole purpose. I'm glad you're here. Please do write something good about yourself. Write what you want, your hopes and dreams and goals, what you wish for the future. Maybe you want to say a prayer for somebody. Write your name if it's not clear in the comments or, excuse me, in your handle. I'd love to read it out loud and speak into existence with you. Hidden says, would you rather win an argument or control the outcome? Well, I guess control the outcome. Um, I think winning and losing arguments are very trivial things. I've had people say things that I could easily prove by just flipping and going, "No, that's not true. Like, actually, this is." I just can't be bothered doing that. I don't need people to think like me. Even though this is a live stream, this is my perspective. This is my own channel. I don't expect people to think like me. I don't want them to. I love differences of opinions, and I love reading people's different insights here. So I do think that I don't know, winning arguments, being right, none of that stuff's really important to me unless there was like a true legal matter. Knock on wood. I hope that never happens. If I had a real legal matter, I'd have to do that, but not in regular life. If you want to communicate with Asian, you need to speak more slowly. Oh, I'm so sorry. I do have a habit of speaking quickly. And again, this channel is just my authentic sort of way of being. So I'll do my best to keep that in mind. Thank you for the tip. English with Janelle. I hope I'm saying your name right. Or Janelle says invitation as a guest on English with Janelle. Oh, it's a podcast about insightful conversations, life experiences, culture exchanges, and much more. Would you like to be on my guest? Absolutely. Absolutely. Australia. I hope I'm saying your name right. It looks so pretty. Happy Easter here in Australia. Glad I landed on here. Yay. I'm glad you did too. I'm glad you did too. I'm glad you're here. Oh, you said it perfectly. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. It looks really pretty written on my screen. Hidden Human TV says, interesting. I actually made some breakdowns about it on my page. Oh, tell me. That's good. SG is here. What's good, Robin? SG is um, such an important part to this live stream. If you ever have time, press his little picture there and you'll get to see very handsome, but also brings so much wisdom to every single chat. SG, Lauren's here too. And you were saying to Lauren on yesterday's live stream that you sensed that she was artistic and creative, and we're just helping her getting out of her own comfort zone to put some of her art online, right? And don't be too hung up on what strangers say, like they're strangers. If I worried about what strangers would say and think about me, I wouldn't be on this live stream talking about subjects that I'm passionate about and hope to find the right people to talk about it. So SG, we're glad you're here. Drop some wisdom bombs. We've got a handful of new people here too. How often are you live? How often am I live? I would say Mondays and Fridays I'm going to commit to before work, 20 minutes at 7:40 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, Mondays and Fridays for sure. I have to still figure out one more night, an evening one, and then I do one on a Saturday depending on my schedule, but I usually try to have them scheduled. I'm going to try to do them scheduled 1 week in advance to give you enough notice so we can connect again. Oh, what's happening here? Oh, let me see here. James has some laughing. He says, "Show us your beef curtains." Oh God. I think I know what you mean, James, but yeah, this is a PG rated channel. Let's see. I desperately want to squeeze apples. Is that okay? Hey, listen, this is a judgment free channel. Like I said, I read people's comments. I've read stuff that's mean, stuff that's, slightly inappropriate. I probably shouldn't do that, but I actually want to give everyone a voice on this channel. Even if you disagree with me, even if you don't like me, I give everyone a voice on this channel. But I also need to be very mindful that my focus is on the people that are here for similar reasons, right? Let's see. Shut up, James. Yeah, thanks. We got someone rooting for me, but don't worry. This channel is all love, all love. Hidden Human TV says, please give me a shout out. I'm trying to grow here. Yeah, Hidden Human TV. Shout out to Hidden Human TV. SG says, yes, exactly. In fact, I think strangers usually support us way more than most of our closest ones. It's funny, SG, that you said that. I agree with you, and it's not because I think that they won't support us, but I feel like it would be scarier to do this knowing it was, like, all a bunch of people that I knew from work and family, but knowing that it's strangers for some reason just feels easier to me. I guess I'm more detached from their opinions. I am more detached from strangers' opinions, so maybe that's why live stream is easier. So yeah, it's interesting. I love your perspective as usual. James says, that's just rude. No, she was just looking out. She was just looking out for me. But we're all friends here. This channel offers love. It's not a place where like people get mean here. This is a very easygoing channel, but again, I love reading whatever you write, silly jokes and all. James says, love. Hey, look, James says, love the attitude. And James gave us hearts. You see, thank you, James. I appreciate you doing that because I've had a series of live streams where people come on and they kind of assume something about me right away and they start typing it and they say, what's this Karen or something, right? And they'll start writing, like, what's this Karen? And I'm thinking, like, well, not thinking, I'll say it out loud, like, sometimes we're very quick to judge as humans, folks. Sorry, I keep getting a message. We're very quick to judge as humans. And sometimes if we just allow people the chance and also appreciate that people are going to think differently than us, it ends up being pretty interesting after all. So I've had people who come on a little bit aggressive and then throughout the chat they kind of warm up and then we get to see a beautiful open side to them. So the fact that I got hearts from James feels extra special, folks. Okay, we got Wyatt Morser. Again, I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. Wyatt says Jesus Christ died for everyone's sins to save everyone to whom has belief and follows him shall have eternal peace and life with him. Oh, I can do all things through Christ whom strengthens me. Wow, thank you. That's beautiful. I love reading your name, reading how you feel. Um, I love that you believe in something bigger than yourself. I also believe that God, the universe, I kind of think it's all one thing. That's just my perspective. And I feel like everybody's loved. Everybody's loved, whether you believe or not. I do think that there's a lot of love and support for us, and sometimes things get clouded by the news or maybe stresses of life, financial troubles, relationship troubles, repetitive negative thoughts. It's kind of easy to forget. I do think life wants us to thrive. Unstun 12 says, you're very inspiring. Oh, thank you. I'm just sharing my thoughts. And I get inspiration from you folks. I have to really like constantly input the things that I want to think about. It's like I'm brainwashing myself literally, or else the world will brainwash us. SG says, I commented below your latest video. Oh, with the loot. Oh, when was that? Was that this morning? I didn't see it this morning. Okay, SG says, I commented below your latest video with the YouTube chat link, Robin. This chat features is revolutionary for real. Yay, I can't wait to check it out. Holy week. Yes, Wyatt says. Now we've got, is it Sproke or Sprocket? What is with all these Jesus channels? I think that there's a whole bunch of different stuff on the internet right now, and it's good to just kind of give things a chance and see how it goes, right? Let's see. SG says, Lauren, hey girl, what's up? That's awesome. Sarah says, hi, Sarah. Hi, Liam Sullivan. I'm glad you're here. SG says, all good over here, my friend. Hope you're well. And she gave some of this. SG says, I think most of the people we know are jealous of us deep down. Oh, I hope that's not true. I have seen it a lot of times. Yeah. One of the bestest of friends I had basically envied me. So keep an eye out for friends more than enemies, guys. SG, I'm really sorry that you've had that experience. I think in my lifetime, I've had that too. I remember when I was younger, I had like girlfriends that told people I stuffed my bra, which wasn't true. It really turned out wasn't true. In fact, I had to have like a medical procedure to downsize because I was such a small girl with a big, it's covered by the government, put it that way, because it's medical. So I have had experiences with people that I trusted, and then they said things that weren't true, and then I felt like, oh, but is it envy and jealousy? Are they hurting themselves? I think they're hurting those people. So I do hope you get a sense of that soon when it's happening. I do get a sense when I think someone's like, their intentions aren't good, and I distance myself. But SG, you probably have way more friends than I do. I have a very small circle, very, very small. And I am the type that if I get a sense that somebody is not, I don't know, if I get any sense at all, I just will never talk to them again. I know that's terrible, but I'll just distance myself. Life is too short to keep people around that you can't trust, and trust is huge. So thank you for that tip. But you've got a good instinct, and you've got that intuition that will lead you in the right direction. I truly believe that. Wyatt says, "I hope you have an amazing day. Happy Friday. God bless you." Oh, thank you, Wyatt. We hope the same for you. That's so kind. Lauren says, "I am good. How's London doing?" Raining over there? Oh, I'll let Lauren answer that question. She was on the chat earlier today, so I already know what the weather is there. And let's see. Hey, Veritas. Ratio 1 says that's incorrect. The wages of sin is supposed to be eternal end. Therefore, Jesus didn't pay. Oh, you know what? I'm sorry that I can't. Okay, hold on. I got to read it again because I'm not really sure. That's incorrect. The wages of sin is supposed to be internal or to eternal, excuse me, to eternal end. Therefore, Jesus didn't pay. If I'm being transparent, I don't know a lot about the Bible to feel confident talking about it. I love reading your comments and everyone's perspective, and everyone has a right to their own perspective. But one thing I do think is humans can change. And I think if a human makes a mistake, and they feel regret and don't want to do it again and they want to change. I think Jesus, God, the universe is very loving and forgiving, and they want that human to get another opportunity to change. I think humans can rehabilitate themselves, and even the worst of the worst mistakes, if you want to change, you have that ability to. And I think this is a more forgiving life and a more forgiving God than we think, and he's constantly giving us chances to improve every day. That's my perspective. SG says, oh, excuse me. Oh, yes, it is SG. It's a very pleasant weather over here in Monaco today. Y'all looking forward to FIFA World Cup 2026. Ah, is it here? And I can't honestly, I'm really bad with current events. I really am bad with current events. So I am excited for the warm weather. We have so many chores that we are going to be doing and stuff to get done. I'm just so, so excited. Lauren says, SG, it's pretty sunny where I am at the moment, which is good. It was really cold yesterday. Oh, but it's a lot sunnier where you are. Yeah, in Monaco. Can you just like fly us all out so we could party together? Wouldn't that be lovely? SG friends? Oh, SG says friends. Oh gosh, just forgive me if I'm in backlog. Okay. I'm going to try to pick it up a notch. SG says friends won't be happy when you do way better than them. Oh, I've heard something similar to that, that people are rooting for you until you surpass them and then it changes. But I'm trying to believe differently. So SG says friends won't be happy when you do way better than them. It's a fact. Sometimes even siblings, yes, envy way too much, but I am lucky on the sibling side for real. Our parents taught us, yes, to always lift each other up. SG, I can tell your parents taught you to lift other people up because you do that here in the comments and you do that here in the chats. So I know for sure your parents raised you. I think when we root for other people that are doing well, I like when I see like very beautiful women, people that are successful, I don't look for ways to go, "Oh, they're corrupt," or "They're starving themselves," or "They had work done." I think it's possible for me. If it's possible for others, it's possible for me. And I hope that if you get anything from this channel, is that you get that message. If it's possible for others, it's possible for you. Simple as that. There's no reason. There's people that have come from absolutely nothing and built a life for themselves. You just have to believe it's possible. If you think it's impossible, it is impossible. Let's see. Australia um, says they are going to be people like that, I suppose, SG. We got to weed them out to find the ones that we can learn from, and especially find the ones that uplift us. Yes, life is too short. Absolutely. Aw. And she says, I haven't spoken to my sister for 2 years. Oh, you see how that is. But look how much value and kindness that you bring to the channel. It sounds to me like it would be more of a loss for your sister to lose you. And hopefully one day that relationship can be repaired. But I also think that we can't choose who we're related to. And if there is a family member that is really, um, either not doing well or bringing you down, or for whatever reason, it's really bad for you, it sucks that you have to distance yourself. But I think that you would be doing a disservice if you stayed, in contact with them at your own detriment, at your own health. I mean, people stay in marriages for those reasons. They have kids, they have a house, and they're just being eaten up inside and they stick it out. And for what? Who's your loyalty to? Right? I'm not sure. It's our loyalty has to be to our own mental health so we can stay strong and healthy and spread goodness. So, I hope that your sister comes around and realizes that it really is her loss, it sounds like. Jesus did pay, yes. Verita says Jesus coming back in 1.5 days signals he didn't pay the wages. Oh, see, everyone has a different perspective. Lauren, excuse me, SG says, Lauren, yeah, I am in Monaco. It's pretty great here. Have you ever been to Monaco? I'm a visit London for a day on my way back, actually. I ain't a big fan of the weather in London, to be honest. A lot of rain. That's because you're from Miami. I don't think any weather is going to be Miami's weather. So you've got a bias, a clear bias, SG. SG says, "Oh, I'm sorry to hear that about your sister. It is her loss. Yeah, see, SG says the same thing. She is missing out on a sister like you with such a warm, calming, soothing energy." Aw. Let's see. Veritas, again, I apologize if I've mispronounced your name. Jesus, God in the Bible, was not forgiving at all. It is not forgiving to send bears to maul kids, that mock a bald man to kings. Is that a fitting, forgiving God? Again, I can only speak to my own perspective and the stories. Again, I'm not familiar with the story, but I don't think that God would want us to hurt people. Absolutely not. No, mauling kids. No, I don't think at all God would want that. So I think life, a lot of times, as people going through this lifetime, I'm 45 years old. One thing I do think is that there's so much gray area these days. There's so much, we say one or two sentences and then we expect someone to like believe all or nothing. And there's so much gray area in life and so much nuance that I think it's good to be kind of open to that. Let's see. Lauren says, not Monaco, but I've traveled. But I have traveled. Sounds so good over there. Yeah, the rain can get tiresome. SG says, yeah, Robin, World Cup is happening in USA, Canada, Mexico this year. So North America it is. Oh my gosh. When is it in Canada? Because that's going to be crazy here. Our roads, like not mine here, but Toronto. Oh my God, it's nuts. Thanks, SG. Oh, Australia says. Berta says, is God giving specific laws for Hebrew slaves in Exodus 21 or other slaves in Leviticus 25? A forgiving, loving God. Again, I can't speak to any of those examples. I have no idea about that stuff. And I'm very confident saying I don't know about certain stories. I don't know about certain subjects. Clearly, I don't even know about FIFA World Cup is in my own country. There's a lot I don't know, and I'm okay with that. What I do genuinely believe is that most people are good. They really are. Most people are good. Um, God wants us to thrive. He wants us to correct our errors. Every single day we're being tested, and we have a choice every single day. That's what I believe. Let me guess. Okay, SG says, Lauren, let me guess. You sound like you are from East London, most probably. Don't prove me wrong, though. LOL. Hey, Cookie Monster's here. 539. Hey, thoughts on, oh my God, Retta True Tide? Oh no. I probably said that wrong because I don't know that word. I'm sorry. I don't have any thoughts on that. Lawrence says, SG, I'm not even from London. LOL. I moved here for my love. I'm actually from the West Country, Somerset. Oh, see, we both didn't know that. Australia. Where are you from, girl? You look like a cool Latina with a pinch of Asian in you. Oh, so my guess is that you are from Colombia, right? Hablo español también y me gusta da la idioma español. I don't know. I hope I said that right. That's beautiful. See, SG is very intuitive. You'll notice. and he's able to like pick up things in the live stream and the people's comments, and it's really cool. Hey, Theo's here. Dark TWE says, hey Theo, I'm glad you're here. Yes, thank you. It's very bad to the soul to let toxic people in. Absolutely. Do you like Donald Trump? Sabrina, is it Nannery? Says, do you like Donald Trump? I like peaceful people that try to unite others. And I do think that it's important for humans in a leadership role to be very cautious about the things they say. So, for that reason alone, at this moment, there's politicians that I don't trust at all. And thankfully, I'm Canadian, so I didn't have to vote in the American election. But, it's similar here too. It's hard to find people that you trust. And I'm a person that advocates for all cultures, loving, accepting, trying to find ways to unite, trying to find ways to build the people up. And that's not my impression of Donald Trump. I wish it was. I wish that he was somebody that I could say, yeah, this guy is going to unite people. He's going to come up with great ideas for the country. He's going to be collaborative and try to just take the war out of this, or excuse me, take the world out of this sort of place that we're in right now. So yeah, I'm not a fan, folks. Let's say Nikos Giannopoulos says, good. Oh, God, pretty miss. Oh, that's interesting. Is it Sumia? I hope I say. Buddha's teachings are way better and practical than Jesus, and he was also born around 500 AD. Hey, listen, it's great if you have teachings that you believe and trust. I think it's okay to have your own beliefs and trusts, and then we let other people have their own beliefs and trusts. I think one of the things that I'm seeing with the world right now is that we've become so judgmental and that we all expect each other to think the way we think, which is so strange, isn't it? When did that start happening? When did we start expecting everyone to think and act like us? I don't know what happened when that happened. Hey, Scottish Watt P92 says, love from Scotland. I love your glasses. I love the Scottish people. My mom married a man from Scotland. She got remarried at 60 years old, Father John. And when I first met Father John, sometimes the way he was speaking, I couldn't even understand him at the very beginning. Oh no, that's Irish. See, I always morse Irish and Scottish accents. I'm pretty good at accents, but that one's a tough one. Love, love from Scotland, love from Canada, right back at you. SG says, Lauren, damn, guess what? One of my exes was from Somerset, and we met for the first time in Warsaw, Poland, back in 2021. I know a lot of things about Somerset because of her. Isn't that beautiful? SG, you're very well traveled, and you didn't just take it lightly and become like some spoiled person that, maybe was born into a prosperous family and you have some luxuries that other people have. You still are very, very, very grounded and traveled and handsome. Imagine what a blessing that is. So thank you always for your wisdom and input on these chats. It is 1:06 a.m. in Sydney, Australia. Oh my gosh, you got to go to bed. Yeah, I'm going to watch and listen until I fall asleep. I think you're great. Again, I'm so glad I landed here. Please, yes, like and subscribe. I'm supposed to say that. Like and subscribe. If any of this is valuable, please do like and subscribe. I love these live streams. They're energizing, they feel good for me, and they keep me in the right frame of mind. And I truly believe, and I do talk to hundreds of people a week, not just here, but in my job, in my real life. Most people are good, folks. I can tell you, I speak to hundreds of them a week. Most people are good. So thank you. I'm glad you're here. Nico says, Miss. Elizabeth says, Slay, doing good. Slay, doing good. Slay, doing good. Yes, thank you. Doing good. We can all do a little bit of good, right? Hold the door open for someone, send a cute email at the beginning, smile at a stranger. It's very, very easy to do good. It doesn't have to be grand. I love that. Thank you for saying that. Vernon says, Sabrina, do you like progress? Let's see. Australia says, you're lovely. Oh, thank you for the flower. SG says, Lauren, tell me, has moving to London made you fall in love with having beans for breakfast or not? Because the full English breakfast and English cuisine includes a lot of beans and everything. Oh, high fiber, high protein. That's pretty good. SG says, Robin, you're glowing today. What's the secret behind that glow? Oh, you're so sweet. I've had a handful of examples of some beautiful things happen this week with work, with other people, with client matters, and it just made me feel so grateful that the challenges that I go through make a difference. So That's the glow. It's called joy and gratitude. And being off work today. It's a holiday here in Ontario, Canada. Happy Easter to anyone that's celebrating this weekend. God is good and people have choice to be good too. I love that. God is good. My mom says that all the time. God is good. I love that. Vernon, Sabrina. Oh, Vernon. Vernon, this is the channel again. Let's see. Vernon says, Your beliefs aren't based on the stories showing the character of your God. Do you think drowning all the babies? Oh, jeepers, this is getting dark. Um, you know, ver Veritas, respectfully, again, this channel is more of focusing on the good. Some of the things you're referencing are sounding like things that happened thousands and thousands of years ago. And we have a choice about what we focus on. If we want to focus on all the terrible things in the world, I'll tell you, there's an endless supply of it. There's an endless supply of terrible things to focus on in the world. But there's equally an endless supply of goodness and people trying, people doing good. If your algorithms are feeding you things that constantly reinforce an idea that you've always had, you might be doing yourself a disservice. As Charlie says, LOL. Lauren, SG. So Lauren says to SG, I am not a massive bean fan, to be honest, but Brits do love a good beans on toast. You're right about that. Yeah. Philo. Spanish, SG. Australia born. Australia is Australia born. Vernon says, seems like Sabrina left. Maybe she's here just chilling. I don't think we all need to react and respond or try to force people to believe like what we think. Again, this is an optional channel. Again, another thing I've noticed from live streaming is that there are sometimes people that I come across that are really they're adamant about getting their perspective and they want to be heard. And sometimes, and I want to be a voice for everybody, even if I don't agree or I'm neutral, I'll be a voice for everyone. But I do want to remind people that it's optional to be here. So if you seek out content that frustrates you, angers you, or makes you like, oh, this person's dumb, that person's dumb, this person doesn't know anything, you got to ask yourself, why do you stay on channels that make you feel that way? Why would you want to stay on something and spend your valuable time? And I know you'd agree that life is precious and valuable. Why would you want to spend your time on things that anger you, right? Again, sometimes these emotions get addicted. I'm addicted to spreading a little positivity and reminding people of positivity and optimism and hope and taking actionable steps and that we can change. I'm addicted to that. And others might be addictive to um, other things. So ask yourself, like, is this the emotion that you want? Like, is if this is not the emotion you want, it's optional, right? Australia says, peaceful people, amen. Yes. SG says, Lauren, hi. Is it? Oh, high five on that note. He's giving a high five to No Beans Gang. So what's up with your art? I'm still waiting for you to put it out for real for the world to cherish it. Take the first step, girl. Yeah. And honestly, if you don't get it right the first time, like editing, you might not even have to edit. Just start with a photo. Keep it easy. I think the one thing that's important when you're trying to create is keep it simple. Keep it easy. Don't overthink it. You'll get experience with more time. Oh, Phil says glasses. Dark TWE, which is TO. Oh, you do a good Scottish accent, to be honest. Oh my God, I must be in backlog as an Englishman. Yay. Oh, great. Vernon, FIFA WC26 will be hosting in 3 countries. Oh, thank you. Yes, US, Canada, and Mexico. Yeah, which is, can you believe I wasn't even aware of that? Yes, thank you. There's not enough good people on here like you. Oh, Australia says, thank you. I do think that sometimes the internet, like, again, depending on what your algorithms are, but they say our algorithms are a reflection of what we are interested in. So if you find your algorithms presenting you things that don't make you feel energized and enthusiastic and believe in yourself, I would encourage you to start liking and subscribing to the content that does make you feel that way and retrain your algorithm, my friend. It's possible. Scottish Irish accent is not comprehensible, to be honest. Again, I have a past with some Irish Scottish women. Of course you do, SG. And it was a nightmare to understand what they were saying, especially during fights. Yeah, and I bet if you happen to meet their parents, again, my mom married a lovely man from Scotland. If I couldn't have my own father, I would pick him. That's how beautiful of a soul he is. And when I first met him, I tell you, it was my husband who has a harder time comprehending accents was like, and when you talk on the phone, it's even worse. But now I don't even like, I barely hear it. I barely hear the accent. It's so interesting how time shifts our perspective. David Brett, Misused, says, what are your thoughts on the Islamic takeover of the UK? Again, David, I don't know anything about that. I'm not sure about taking over. I do love to read people's comments and perspectives, but I'm also not afraid to say that I don't know. And that I also think that there's something called confirmation bias in the world, which I learned through reading a book. And it's that we will continue to see and read and acknowledge things that reinforce beliefs we already have. And because I don't have that belief, I don't see anything about that stuff at all. Let's see. Theo says, do you think there is a gray area for good and bad people? Sort of like a spectrum rather than definite yes or no. I find that recently the humans are extremely complex. Theo, I agree with you completely. I do think that there's a gray area. I mean, I think we have moments like uh, I would say, generally speaking, I'm a very good person. And I say that because when I'm alone in my own thoughts and no one knows what I'm thinking, I don't have malicious thoughts against other humans. Even if they did me wrong, I don't go like, oh, I wish that she would da da da. Or I don't hear like, oh, someone's gained a lot of weight or they broke up or they lost their job. And I never feel good about hearing that, even if it's someone I'm not a big fan of. Like, Trump, for example, not a big fan of him. If somebody like I would much prefer that he suddenly became a loving person that was inclusive and wanted to uplift the company or excuse me, the country, than for him to get hurt. You know what I mean? Like I would rather wish people come to realizations of good things rather than bad things. So I know I'm a good person because my private thoughts are good. And that's how I can confidently say I'm a good person. But I have moments. I have moments, especially as a mom, where I lack patience. I say things I don't mean. I get upset. I overreact. And in those moments, I'm not being a good person. So absolutely, Theo. I think humans have a gray area, and I think we have moments. And I think that we should really look at those sides of ourselves and want to work on that. But don't beat ourselves up too much. You know what I mean? I love that you said that. David says, dark. Yes, there is. I'm a bad person, but I have standards and morals. Okay, yeah. Listen, we all have. I wouldn't ever reference yourself as a bad person, David, Brent. You might have moments where you make choices that you know aren't necessarily good, but I don't know, bad people. I think people do bad things and they make bad choices. But perhaps that stems from their childhood and what they've experienced. Yeah, that's an interesting one. Oh, dark. Theo says, I had beans and toast last night. Oh, I must be in backlog. Hello, Michael Mueller says. Let's see. Violent Vocals says morality, integrity, mentality, all things that you have to balance for good and bad. No matter what you do, there will always be an opposite to said action. Oh, that's such an interesting perspective. And again, um, it's interesting because I've seen examples of things like where it was bad and then I realized it was good later on or vice versa. I thought this was great and then it wasn't. Like we are so quick to judge good and bad all the time. Well, I think humans would be really better served in 2026 to just step back a little bit and be like, "Hey, I don't have to have an opinion on everything. I don't need to know everything. I don't have to decide everything. I don't have to label everything." You know? It might be easier going. You could become so easygoing if we took the pressure off ourselves to having to know and judge everything. Theo says, at David, do you allow others to let you know that you're a good person, even if your perception is different? Would you interrupt them giving that that compliment and say you aren't a good person? Oh, would you interrupt someone in the middle of giving you a compliment saying you're good to tell them that you're not? Oh, that's an interesting question. Mike says, did you talk to your husband about opening your marriage? Oh, no, I didn't because I'm not interested in that. I feel very fortunate to have a marriage that still feels exciting. We've been together like 23, 24 years together, only married 17, but still feels exciting. So, knock on wood, um, thankfully, that conversation's not for me. But again, this channel doesn't judge people. If you married somebody that agrees with having an open marriage, as long as you're not lying to them, And you are both grown adults, free to do what you'd like. David Brett says, Dark, no, mate. I let people think what they like about me. And yes, they praise me. I would shut them down. Oh, that's unfortunate. Um, I would also be curious to know, have you changed your mind about anything lately? I do find that humans have become so rigid with their thoughts that they won't even allow other perspectives or ways to evolve their thinking and ways of being. So I'd be curious to know if that's something that you're open to. Hey, David Brett said dark. That's a great question, though. See, I love that, folks. We don't all need to think the same. We don't all have to agree. Some of the people that I get along with most are completely opposite than me because I'm curious about them. I like that side of them. Or some sides I'm like, oh, I would never do that. But that's okay. I don't want clones in the world, everybody walking around like me. That would get boring real quick, even though I'm pretty fun. So I love, David, that you praised that question. See, it's beautiful. Look, oh, and Dark TWB, who's also Theo, says, I appreciate your perspective, David. See, folks, like again, we don't all have to agree with each other to have a civil conversation, to hear other people's perspectives, to think something or learn something or say, oh, I don't think that way. And I'm glad I think my way. Let him or her think their way and move forward. I love this. Philly says, I absolutely love your glasses. Oh, thank you. I wish I didn't need them. I wouldn't be able to see anything without them. Dark, all the best. Wow, awesome. Said, oh, Australia says hi. I'm a Martian. Guys, we've got someone from out of space. See, this live stream touches people from all over the world and all over the planet. We got someone straight out of Mars. It's Ty Crook, 8134. His human name is Ty Crook, but he's straight out of Mars and he's a Martian. We are complex and we evolve, Australia says. Absolutely. Me, I'm always making bad choices, Ty Crook says. Oh, no, but anytime we can change. Sun Tunzia, and I apologize if I've mispronounced your name. Are you religious or agnostic or atheist? Again, I'm not labeling myself. I can't say I'm religious because I don't know the stories of the Bible, and I feel like I would be not confident saying, yeah, I'm religious, but I can't tell you all the stories of the Bible. But I can tell you that I believe in God and I pray every day and I have conversations in my mind and out loud with what I believe is our creator, who I also think is omnipresent within us and all around you. And I think that our creator wants us to thrive. I think he gives us little gifts that we're expected to learn and understand about ourselves and then share it with the world. So I don't know what that's called. Maybe you know, because you know all these names here, atheist, agnostic. You tell me, what's that called? I don't know. Lord, is it Lordly? Williams says. Bad things differ. Oh, interesting. Theo says, I can empathize with people who have done bad, but I can truly realize that they've done, or excuse me, but can truly realize what they've done and the impact it's had on others. Yes, it's all a choice nonetheless, but empathy is so useful to understand others. Absolutely. Absolutely. And I think we've all done things to a degree that we don't, that we will regret or made a mistake or feel guilty about after. Some people obviously do much more worse things than others. It is a choice, absolutely. And we should be reprimanded for the choices that we make. But again, if anything can be repaired or fixed or helped, then do it. Why not? We got Jack Boy. Shamamax Beat says, do you know Jim Rohn? Oh, yes. I feel like Jim Rohn is my I don't know. I love Jim Rohn. It's funny that you mentioned that. He's one of my favorite thought leaders, Jim Rohn and Wayne Dyer. I quote him all the time in my life, in my thoughts, the way I live. I love Jim Rohn. So I love that you even said his name here on the chat. Minecraft Block says, is it pink? Well, yeah, it happens to be. Yeah, I mean, what other what other what other colors are there? Let's see. We've got Daniel says, "Sorry, I just got here. What are we talking about? We're talking about all things good. We say your name here, we give you a voice, we talk about our hopes and dreams and goals, different perspectives, we learn from each other. Something positive on the World Wide Web, folks. Something positive." Let's see. I'm going through chat, Daniel. Oh, okay. Am I in backlog? Okay, is it Srinavask says Shroud of Turin has Indian original. Oh, I'm not sure what that means. Rata Rata says bubbly snowflakes. Let's see. Paul Masek says, I'm noticing that everybody is American, have their eyes clear. Why would it be? Okay, hold on. Let me read Paul's message again. I'm noticing that everybody in America have their eyes clear. Why would it be? Would it be the water? Oh, I'm not sure what you mean. I'm not sure. Please do. Beautiful eyes, the Rizzer says. Thank you. I appreciate that. Sun says, basically, you are spiritual. Okay, fair enough. And I do feel like the people use that word in different ways as well. And I've said a word like that, and then somebody come back to me and they're like, "Oh, people that say spiritual means that they create their own." You know how people are, right? Everyone's a little judgmental. So I would much prefer to just instead of saying a name or a label, because everybody has different vocabulary and what it means to them, I'd rather just kind of explain it and then let people decide what it's called. But I love that you said spiritual. I guess that's the closest word to it. Let's see. Oh, love hearing your perspective on things. Thanks, Theo. Likewise, I love hearing your perspective. Is it Springy Vask says spiritual is ritual in spinal cord? Oh, that's interesting. Paul says almost everybody outside big cities have their eyes blue or clearer than that. Oh, again, I'm not sure if I understand. Sun says, I don't care. I'm an atheist. That means I don't care. And I affirm to people that there's no creator, as there's no proof of some kind of omnipresence or omnipotent being. Oh, that's so interesting. I think that humans, and I love when humans are like, "Oh, this is 300,000 light years away," and stuff. We always think we know everything, and we always think we have to have all the tools and gadgets to measure things, and if I can't see it, it means it doesn't exist. And again, you are so free to think that. I want you to think the way you want. We should all think the way we want. But I also think that just because I haven't seen something or I haven't experienced it or I don't have tools to measure it, um, I gotta trust my instinct, and my instinct feels that I'm on the right track with my beliefs and my perspective, and I'm just gonna go with it. So thank you for sharing your perspective, though. I appreciate you doing that. Are you a life coach? I'm guessing. What's your precise profession? So it's interesting that you say that. I did a life coaching certification last year because I ended up writing a little guide called 14 Days to an Abundant Mindset because I used to have a fixed mindset. So no, my legal profession is not a life coach in term, but I do have a certification for it because I did it out of my own. I wanted that when I came on live streaming too, and just speaking to people, that I had something to offer value genuinely. And I couldn't just say, "Hey, I spent tons of hours reading this stuff at the library." So I'm like, "You know what? I'm going to just invest." And I did my life coaching, but my actual real profession is in insurance. I'm a private client account executive for high net worth clientele here in Canada. I do have a really great job. I work with wonderful people and clients, but it also weighs very heavily on me. I have a lot of mental responsibility for other people's matters. So the live streaming is a place to be light and free and easy and not so serious, you know? So that's my real job. Thank you for asking. I love that you mentioned life coach. I appreciate that. I'm too emotional to be a life coach. I would just cry and hug people. Okay. Oh, wait, I'm missing stuff. I'm Catholic, Daniel says. Oh, great. That's wonderful. Oh, yeah. Spiritual is a whole spectrum in itself, Theo says. Explaining how it is to you is definitely the way to go. Yeah, I think so. I think that it leaves less room for interpretation. I love that. Creator can't be proved, he can be relt. Sprin says, is it Srin? I hope I'm saying your name right. If you have like a real name and you can say write it right before your comments, I'd love to say your real name or where you're from and give you a voice here. Jack Boyce says, do you feel understood by the people around you? Yes and no. That's such an interesting question, Jack. Yes and no. I also feel like I don't need to be. I don't need to be understood by them. I'm starting to feel like part of me is still trying to understand myself. Okay. I'm 45. So, like, I'm still trying to understand myself. So, I don't expect other people to be like me or understand me. There are some people I think understand me and some that understand parts of me, but I don't think it's all or nothing. I think it's that gray area. Interesting question, Jack. Guys, please again, let me write your name. I want to read all your comments before I go. Um, Sun says, "We don't do nothing, but as far as we know, there's no proof of that being." Oh, yeah, yeah. Okay, we don't do nothing, but as far as we know, there's no proof of that being. There's a lot of things we can't prove, but we know. I don't know how to prove love. I don't know how to prove good intentions. Like, how would I prove to you my intentions are good? I don't know how, but I feel it. Sometimes maybe feelings are the proof that we need. I agree. You're on the right track. Yes, Danielle. Thank you. Let's see. Shroud of Turin, scientists prove that Jesus had Indian origin. In India, spiritual people believe that he came to India to learn spiritual. Also in the Bible, Indian sages' names are present. Oh, that's what Shrin says. I hope I'm saying your name right. Theo says, I would say I'm quite spiritual, not in relation to God, though. I believe that the idea behind God, that being omnipotence and omnibenevolence or benevolence, excuse me, in everything beautiful and dark in the world. Oh, you've got to remind me of the definitions of those. Is that neutral, or is it acknowledging and noticing? Please help me define that live because I can't just do it here and pretend I know. Remind me. No problem. It's your perspective, as Sun says. Everybody is in their own way living a thought, yeah, process, and it's good that how human civilization has evolved with different perspectives, absolutely. And we can learn from each other's cultures and values and ideas, or even just be a little bit curious. We don't have to learn and change our own, but we could be curious. Sun says, Barry is my name. Hey, and I'm from Texas. Oh, thank you, Barry. Nice to meet you. Are you at a range? No, no, I'm not. I'm in my backyard, or I'm going to do some chores, so I have to log off soon. My name is Robin, reporting live from Ontario, Canada. Hey, Brandon, we've got here too. I gotta head out. I want to just make sure that I see your names and comments as much as possible. Autumn says God loves you and Jesus loves you. Thank you, Autumn. My name is Shrini from India. Thank you. Oh, is it Alpini Pangagonin? Sorry if I pronounced your name wrong. Sister, I'm begging for your donation for my surgery. Oh, we all wish you well, my friend. Jack says, sometimes I feel like there's more to life than being rich. Oh, yes, or wealth, because I believe there's a lot we don't know about ourselves and where we come, where we go after we die. Jack, I love that depth. Listen, I think there's a lot more to life than money and wealth, but I also think that money allows us to do good things. And when I was younger, I used to think that desiring wealth and prosperity meant that you were greedy. And I had a lot of weird money beliefs. I had to overcome those. I read books, I've recommended books on this channel. Um, and now I realize that the more, like when good people have more money, they do more good. So I definitely want more resources to do more good, but I also know for sure that money just amplifies who you already are. So if you're like an angry, upset person that just doesn't trust anyone, when you make more money, it's just going to amplify that. But if you're loving and kind and you like to surprise people and be generous, more money will amplify that. So I think money is just sort of a reflection of who we are. I don't think it's inherently good or bad, just like power. You could, or influence. Look, I could use my channel here and say like anything, but I would love to use my voice for good, right? And use the internet for good. I love that, Jack. I'm glad you're here. We got AI. Is it AI? I hope I'm saying your name right. Smiley faces, thank you. The proof is that it exists in the first place, Daniel says. Wow. Don Whisper says, hi. I love beef burger and lamb beer. Oh, biryani. Oh, you're making me hungry. Omnibenevolent is all loving, and omnipotent is all powerful. Wow. I'm going to just screenshot that. Sounds good to me, my friend. Sounds good to me. I think that when we come from a place of just kind of letting people be, being a little neutral, focus on what I can contribute to the world. What can I learn to make myself more valuable? What can I do to help? How can I improve someone's day? You know, that's kind of what I'm focusing on. It might sound selfish, but I'm so focused on myself that I don't worry too much about others. And I do love to notice beauty. Um, we're all powerful, I think. So this is beautiful. All loving. I love that. I listen, I'm not all loving all the time, kumbaya. I got moments, folks. Okay. I got moments and things I got to work on myself. But For the most part, yeah, staying in a loving mindset. I love this. Hey, we got X9 Ghost says, "What's this?" This is a little channel, a little kindness, spreading a little joy, sharing perspectives from people around the world. We say your name, we read your comment, we give you a voice here. Lovely Auto Race says, "Very true. Thank you." Is it Kratish says, "Greetings to you, ma'am. I'm Kratish from the mighty lands of New Zealand." Wow, I have never been to New Zealand. It sounds beautiful. I am now a subscriber. Oh, thank you. Wait, where did you say, son, remind me of your name? I have to go back. I usually in my office have a book and I actually write your names down because I value you and I value your time. And again, if the content that pops up here, if you watch it, you start rolling your eyes, it's annoying to you, please, like, it's not meant for everybody, and I get that. But if there's any value here at all, and you want to contribute to the live stream, share your perspective, share your voice in the future, support me as a person, um, please do like and subscribe. I have to get into the habit of saying that. Oh no, I'm still awake. Okay, you're going. I am gonna go soon. So we can both, I'll have my day and you can go to sleep. You're so cute. I'm glad I met you. I can't wait for you to be back online. You've been lovely and you're great. Thank you. Thank you for the investment in your time. Oh, you're gonna make me cry. I'm gonna screenshot that too. Thank you. I appreciate this. I do spend my time, I'm really anal about how I spend my free time, but there's something about live streaming that just, it's beautiful. Oh, have a beautiful day, Robin. Oh, yes, please send me your art. Put it on, like, let's give you a goal that, like, by Monday morning, we need to see one piece of art on there and don't overthink it. Can you promise us that? Like, guys, can we tell Lauren she's got beautiful art pieces? You know, we're all encouraging her to step out of her comfort zone, put her online a little bit of art. What's the worst that can happen? Like, we're all rooting for you. So now you have to. So give yourself a deadline by Monday, like 12 noon. You got to have one picture or video or something simple. Keep it as easy as possible. We want to see your art. Theo wants me to enjoy my day. Theo, I want you all to enjoy your day. Even a small amount, sister. Oh, for my children. Listen, if I could help you, I would. But one thing I can't do is just like type in my bank account details online to just contribute to people. I wouldn't feel confident doing that, but I do hope that you get the resources you need. Keep doing good, bruh. Hey, is it Advatya? Keep doing good, bro. First, gotta have money. Yeah, absolutely. But listen, I don't think you first have to have money to do good. I'll tell you right now, I was not born into financial prosperity at all. Um, and I don't know, it's just over time, effort, meeting the right people, God sending the right people, trying, learning new things. I do trust that if your intentions are good and you just keep learning and improving yourself, you'll get that money later. You'll get that money later, but you got to work on like your identity, believing that it's possible for you, knowing that you're capable of it. If you have any like hidden money beliefs like I did, it's going to take you a lot longer to get there like it did for me. Um, but we have a beautiful life now, knock on wood, and I pray that we live a long, healthy life. The book of God is the only Bible. Al Pin says, "Money is evil, bruh. Give it to me, yo." And Vita says, "No name less Ness says, money changes people more often. Oh, than exemplify their traits." Source? Oh my goodness. If you're asking me for like a website source, I'm not going to have that for you. It's a personal belief that I have. I do think that it's also something that I've seen with experience. I do think 100% that money will amplify who you already are inside. Um, but again, only time will tell. Hey, Jack says Jim Rohn once said, "Take care of your body. It's the only place you have to live." I love that one. I love that Jim Rohn quote. And I love, Jack, that you are quoting Jim Rohn. That's my boy right there. Brandon, but call me Barry. That's what it was. Barry. Okay, I'm not going to forget Barry. Thank you. Barry. Mo Wilson says, "I have no family alive or friends alive. Can we be friends?" Absolutely. We already are. Like and subscribe. Jump on the live streams. I'll try to schedule them a week in advance because I do value your time here. And I love it. I love this. So thank you. And when you say you have no friends, maybe right now, this is a time to go inwards then, maybe when life is not showing us the things that we want or the things we think we need, maybe it's time to go inwards. And when my son was growing up, I always would say, like, be your own best friend. I think I'm a pretty good friend to myself, really. And it'll come to you. The weather's warming up. Hopefully, get outside more. You got to step out of your comfort zone, right? We can't do the same things we've always done and expect a different life. We have to step out of our comfort zone. We are friends, okay? Mo Wilson. Go Lauren. See, Australia says, any tips for studying? Yeah, keep your phone in a different room. Don't have any screens on and write notes and then highlight them. So that way, as you're writing, like the points, like writing reinforces it in your mind. That's what I would say for studying. But realistically, I was a terrible student growing up. I only started loving learning in like my late 30s. So probably the worst person. Gotta go. Oh, someone's gotta go. Bruh. Okay. He's got to drop the kids off at the pool. Thank you. This channel is being monitored and investigating for going against our community standards. This channel will be closed permanently in 24 hours. Case number something. Thank you for your conversation. This is a YouTube edit department is chatting live here with us. Australia says, go, Lauren. Guys, I've got to go. Um, love seeing your channel again after all these years. Oh, you're a beautiful woman. Thank you. Proof that middle age could still be full of energy and life. You are amazing. Love it. Oh, thank you, Beyond with John 91. I'm glad you're here. Thank you for your kindness and your kind words. I think that I don't know, when people have enthusiasm, I have met some people in their 80s. My mom married one of them, Scottish, John. He's John. So lovely. And he's just full of vibrancy and energy. Same with my mom. I think there's something about love and enthusiasm that keeps people looking good. So I appreciate you saying that. Aw, subbed. Yay, got a subscriber. Thank you, Beyond with John. Can we stop people from committing over 50 abortions a year? Oh my gosh. Or has humanity failed? Again, is this Ray? Oh my God, Ragati. There's a lot of good in the world, my friend, and I think that we can use our time to seek out things that will anger us, or we can use our time and energy to think and seek out things that will help evolve our thinking, maybe learn a skill set, maybe add value. So there's a million things that we could talk about that are going wrong in the world and things that are going right. So I hope that you find the good. When we look for the good, we become part of it. That's my new saying. We got Mike says, kindness is weakness. Nobody is genuine. Grow up. Oh, I'm so sorry that that's your experience, Mike. I do think that life is a reflection of ourselves. I meet hundreds of people a week and talk to them, and I can tell you most people are good. And kindness is absolutely not a weakness. It's a beautiful thing to be proud of. And I do think that life is a reflection of ourselves. So if you do think that no one's genuine, you might have to, and I say this with full respect and kindness, you've got to almost think like, is that what you're reflecting out? Because whatever we have inside is going to reflect back to us. It truly will, folks. And I wasn't always thinking this way. It's not something I was naturally born into. It's something I had to work on. So I would encourage you to keep an open mind. Mike says, oh, the world is a nasty place. And the sooner you accept that and see humans as vermin as we are, the better you'll be. Oh my gosh, it hurt me just to read your comment. I feel so much pain that you think that way. Of course, there's terrible people, but most people are good, and we can be the good we want to see. If you think people are vermin, like who are you hanging out with? Who are you watching online? What books are you reading? What articles are you reading? Um, I'm so sorry that that's your experience. No Name says, I do like what you're preaching. Oh, preaching is an interesting word. It makes me happy. Good. I love that. That's my goal. But I've been trying, like you say, for decades, forgetting about, yeah, the familiar aspect of life. Oh, they own me. I don't. Listen, some people have a harder journey, right, ahead of them. Some people have way more challenging circumstances that I could even imagine, or family, or maybe you live in a household with people that like you feel like you can't evolve your thinking. But the fact that you want to means that it's possible for you. So you have to keep going. Life will test you, but again, ask yourselves what the algorithms are feeding you, what articles you're listening to, what the people you're talking to. We have to be intentional. We have to be intentional. Hello, Harpreet Singh. Hey, I recognize your name. Hi, how are you? Caleb. I had an accident on the bus today. I was forced off the bus. Oh gosh, to the smell. Yikes. Well, we hope you're all cleaned up. What's going on, Allie? Guys, why do you not read the Bible? Why you not read the Bible verse? It's not something that I have. I deleted my algorithm based on social media aside from my YouTube due to major anxiety, and it's helped me so much, Theo says. Absolutely, it does. Again, folks, the stuff that we're watching, it's brainwashing us, whether you like it or not. So choose wisely. Choose the thoughts that you really want. And if you're stuck in negativity, problems with the world, all the politics and the messiness, I would encourage you to seek out different content. There is out there, um, and we got to just find it. Absolutely. Although it's not gone, it helps me get up in the morning. Absolutely. And the fact that you're taking these steps and that you know what you have to do, certain platforms maybe get off of, I mean, that's so smart and wise. We can't complain about our lives and then not do anything about it, right? William says, recognize that you're a person of value. Yes, to all in the chat. Be thankful in all things. Absolutely. We're all people of value. I love that. Australia says, have a beautiful day. Happy Easter. Thank you for being you. Good night from down under. Good night. We're so glad we met you here. Thank you. We're glad you're here. Get some sleep. I'm going to log off soon. I look forward to seeing you next time. Jack says, tell you, some people only understand you when they lose you. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I had that example with the last place that I worked at. Um, and I, warned them for months that it wasn't going to work out if things didn't change. And they were lovely people. So I did have to leave. And then I've seen them at meetings afterwards. And when are you coming back? When can you come back? We really made a mistake letting you go. Um, but those lessons teach us something, don't they? The people that maybe didn't appreciate or the people that didn't know our value, I think they taught us something. I learned a lot. Allie, are you a psychiatrist? No, this is just my perspective. This is my live stream perspective. I'm just a person on the internet, right? I'm just another channel on the internet, but with good intention. And I did take a coaching certification, if that counts. Like what? I'm that guy says, like what? Pretentious, Ali. Is it Ali says? Pretentious. Oh, Ali. No name less says, thank you. I really appreciate that. The young people don't have anyone to talk to anymore. Yes, and it's just the other kids. Yeah, it's adults, it's everyone. Oh, it's not just the other kids, it's adults, it's everyone. No one's open to talking to me anymore, and it hurts. Honestly, don't let other people's opinions have any impact on your identity. That's them. That's them. Maybe you're at a different level. Right now, I've had to live stream to have meaningful conversations because I noticed that, when I was speaking with either colleagues or friends or other people, like conversation always went to problems and complaints and what's wrong with the world. And I was having a deep um, yearning and desire for just light conversations about life and goals and what we want, speaking it out into existence. So I had to do it myself on live stream. I found a way to do it. So you'll find a way. Just stay open and you'll find a way. Theo says, no name always open to chat using chat boxes like this. Yes, I love that. Can I ask if you are Christian? Oh, yeah, you missed the whole explanation. I don't have a label, my friend. I just trust and believe that there's a creator and he wants all of us to thrive, and it's God. I speak to him every day. I pray every day. I feel like he gives me even just this allowing here on live stream. Like I would have never done that. So I don't know. Oh, love you. Oh, bye, Barry. I'm leaving now. Thank you. I love the heart too. I'm glad you're here. Jack says most lessons don't arrive as advice, they arrive as experiences. Jack, I love your wisdom. Guys, are you an atheist? Again, I'm not familiar with the labels. Ho is your lord, Ali says. Yikes. No, my name is Robin, reporting live from Ontario, Canada. I believe there's a creator. I believe he is omnipresent, or she, whatever. I think it's the universe and God's all the same thing. I think it lives within us. I think it wants to maybe experience itself through us, this creation, and it wants us to find the gifts that we were all given with, because we all have gifts in us. And I think I'm just starting to find mine now in my mid 40s. And I don't know what that's called. What chores do you have? Oh, how do you spell your name? I'm Robin. Um, we have a lot of outdoor things we have to do. Some of this furniture is kind of all scattered. I got to bring it upstairs there. We're actually doing another project upstairs. I can Well, no, I can't show it now because my battery is going to die. I have a lot of outdoor projects here in Ontario, Canada. It's very warm today, so it's a perfect day to do it. Happy Easter, whatever you celebrate. I'm glad you're here. I do have to go. No Name Less says, I know this sounds kind of pathetic, but certain trauma in my life makes it hard to see the light for myself. Of course it does. It's something I got to work through though. But God, yeah, loss of identity is a bitch. Absolutely, absolutely. But do we give it? Do we give our identity away to other people when we take in the things they say? Like, again, it's taken me years to foster this mindset. So it's very easy for me to sit here and say, like, don't worry about what other people think. But I used to worry too. So um, the fact that you can acknowledge it, the fact that you're able to just phrase it in a simple comment tells me that you are much wiser than perhaps you think you are. And you're much more capable than perhaps you think you are. Did you heal or did you just learn how to cope better? I think it's a combination of both. I definitely healed, but again, it took me many, many, many years. But I also found a way to cope better. So I think it's a combination of both. Like everything, I think you yourself were saying, humans are so complex. We're a little sprinkle of everything, aren't we? William says I know it's off topic. What would you do about the C9 bill? Again, I'm not familiar with that bill. I'm not afraid to say I don't know anything about it right now, so I can't have an opinion. William says, I know or excuse me, Jesse says, my uncle died, in 9/11. Oh, so heartbreaking. A lot of good people were lost then. Such a traumatic time that was. We all remember where we were in that moment. May your uncle rest in peace. And look, he's not forgotten. Look, we said his name. Write his name. I'd love to read it before I sign off. Jesse says, or excuse me, Crazy Old World says, which one of 3,000 gods do you believe in? Yeah, right? I don't know. I don't know what his name is. I'm not sure. The creator, I guess I would reference it as. I'm not sure what his name is. I'm pretty open-minded. I also understand that I can't possibly know everything, and I'm not pretending to know everything. Oh, look. Nonan says, I effing need someone like you in my life. Just talking positivity. Yeah, come back to the channel. Genuinely, thank you, girl. Yeah, I'm only 19. I suppose I have time to. Of course. If you're already 19 and you're speaking this words of wisdom and you already know you want a little more positivity in your life, I was partying hard at 19. I was at the club. I was partying like you don't even want to know what I was doing at 19. The fact that you are already here saying all this means you are wise beyond your years, my friend. Okay, that's beautiful. I love that. Clock and Dyer says, yeah, boys cross the ocean just to find their graves. Oh, interesting. Not sure. Clockinger says, long live Iran. Jack Boy says, do you feel free or just more aware? Again, I think it's a combination of both. I feel free in a sense that I'm able to just jump on live stream and do this, like I don't have like makeup on, I got my gray hair showing. I feel free in that sense, but also more aware. I'm definitely more aware. The fact that I do this live streaming, I post content and little clips and insights and thoughts that I think it helps me to see the world differently. Like even just driving home from the gym this morning, like looking at the way the clouds are in the sky, like I feel like I'm just more present, which makes me more aware. So absolutely. Again, it's a combination of both. You'll never get a straight answer out of me, Jack. Okay. Ali says, geez, what the F? Oh my God. Cute. Is it a lick? I was saying, lick my what? Am I reading this right? I love how you switched your letters. That's an interesting handle. Cute. Thank you. I appreciate that. Mark says, do you believe in the living God, Father of Jesus? Yeah, I believe Jesus, God, the creator. Again, like I've said throughout the stream, I don't know a lot about the Bible. So sometimes I feel insecure saying certain things because I don't know a lot about the Bible, but I have a very firm belief in goodness and our creator and God, and it lives within all of us, and we all have access to it. Sometimes we get a little further disconnected. Okay, I gotta go. Oh, we called him Uncle Charcoal now. Oh, Jesus. Oh, let's see. Mark, no, we're over 5. My bad to worse. You're a real life Pixar character. Yeah, right? I am. Go drink your milk and head to bed, Vernon says. Let's see. We saved money on the cremation, though. Well, I bet. My dad was cremated. You look 50. Farhead says, Chloe, I'm 45. So I'll get there, God willing. I'm from Hungary and Transylvania is ours. Oh, that's interesting, Daniel. Hi, how are you? Where are you from? I am Mayan. I'm glad you're here. My name is Robin, reporting live from Ontario, Canada. I gotta go. I gotta go, folks. This has been amazing. I'd say 45. Oh, nice. Good guess. Oh, Daniel, we will get back all our historic lands, Daniel says. No gray hair. Yeah, oh my God, I have lots. I have so much gray hair. I found my first gray hair at 27 on my birthday, my 27th birthday. I'm well and healthy. Oh, unlike you. Let's see, I'm looking for a job. Well, we wish you all the best. Just remember, you can update your skill set at any time. You can go to the library if you have access to one. Like, there's so much good. Ah, you did, in fact, spread a lot of kindness today, Theo says. Thank you. Is it Guinness? Guinness, John wants a Guinness. Wow, what a character. Have a good day. Thank you. I'm glad you're here. Your audio is okay. Thank you. Listen, I've got to go. I'm so glad you're here. I hope to see you again on the next live stream. I'm going to schedule them a week in advance. I love your perspective. Hey, Canada, Francis. Yay. Thumbs up from Theo. The world, I'm telling you, there's a lot of good in the world. I need you to believe me. If you take anything from this channel, anything from this time, there's a lot of good in the world, and when you look for the good, you become part of it. When you look for the good, you become part of it. Start small, and I can't wait to hear from you and see your name again. I look forward to it.